This is a 7 News weather alert.
South Florida National Weather Service has placed almost all of mainland South Florida under an elevated risk for severe thunderstorms as we have a front stalled over the area and a lot of moisture to work with. So gusty winds will be the main concern for us here. Lightning and, of course, heavy rain that could lead to flood concern. There's already a flood advisory in place for Palm Beach. For Miami-Dade and Broward, we're starting to see some strong to severe thunderstorms. So we'll jump right into radar. Southern Miami-Dade and really much of Miami-Dade looking quiet so far. We'll begin to see some of those showers filling in momentarily there. Florida Keys also looking very quiet for now. Later today, eventually some of that will reach areas of the island chain. But we'll zoom into Broward County. We have a lot of lightning sitting just to the west of the metro along I-595 there. And then heading into Fort Lauderdale, Pembroke Pines, Miramar, even Davie, you're still seeing some lightning. But Coral Springs and Parkland, that's where we're keeping a close eye on. That's where we do have a severe thunderstorm that was just issued momentarily. Now, it was downsized in the size because it did extend as far south as Tamarack, but now it's a little farther north because that severe storm is now near Parkland. It does include Coral Springs still, and it does extend to include areas like Margate and Coconut Creek. Portions of western Deerfield Beach are also included, and it extends into southeastern portions of Palm Beach. The main concern with this severe thunderstorm over Broward County, gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour. We're going to keep this in place until 11 o'clock this morning. The storm over Parkland is moving towards the east-northeast. Zooming out, very unsettled across South Florida, and it's because we're on the south side of a front. Northern half of Florida looking very quiet. They had their share of showers and storms yesterday. So scattered to numerous downpours and thunderstorms will develop, and they'll continue to move from west to east. So for us here along the East Coast Metro, not only will we be dealing with some strong to severe thunderstorms today, but flooding will be a concern, especially over areas that continue to see the rain. And I think those areas will be closer to the front. There's a lot of moisture in the Caribbean, and with winds out of the south-southwest, it's tapping into that moisture, bringing it in our direction, and will continue to do so. Look at the timeline here until Monday, Tuesday, and those are the two wettest days of the week for us here. No boating advisories for now, but soon storms will begin to push offshore, so maybe not the best afternoon to be out on the water. Seas around 2 feet heading into the Florida Keys. Coastal waters smooth to a light chop. Water spouts will also be a concern today. And we do have a high tide in the 1 o'clock hour in Fort Lauderdale and in Miami. Key West, your high tide will be at 2:38 p.m. So rounds of rain, scattered storms. Temperatures for some won't even hit that 90-degree mark, and I think we'll have a better shot of staying in the 80s if you're in Broward County. We'll see some showers tonight, not a whole lot. We'll see some clearing, but it will feel very humid. And from the rain and storms during the day, our overnight lows will remain in the 70s to lower 80s across the Florida Keys. Again, looking ahead, Monday and Tuesday look to be the stormiest and the wettest, as we'll still have a few disturbances along that old front. Then working our way through the middle to end of the work week, Saharan dust tries to move in and hopefully begins to dry us out. That's your 7 on 10 forecast.
All right, thank you, Erica.